It's a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning on the Bumper Breakfast. We're glad to be back here with you today. I must say that the weather does look bright and interesting this morning. Just unfortunately, Kade wouldn't be giving us the weather report. I guess that's why he's not giving us the weather report, because you know, the weather seems interestingly dry and maybe less hot. I'm telling you. Nika is just staring at me like, are you saying that? Are you really saying that? Are you really? It's less so. Yesterday was like fire in the morning, despite the fact that it rained almost all through the night into the early hours of yesterday morning. Even in the afternoon yesterday, it did rain. Yeah. Despite that fact, the weather was very hot. So this morning, hot weather. Let's just say we're managing it a little bit. My name is Oluwatomisi Adebukala, and this is the Bumper Breakfast. Let me begin with Kayode this morning. Kayode, what happened to your weather report? The weather is okay. That's what you're not telling us.
You know the weather is okay. We know what the weather looks like already, but pardon me on that. I think tomorrow we will be prepared for that, actually. But the weather has been so cool. YK, how do you feel this morning with this weather? Feeling all cheesy, doozy?
Yeah, it's hot. Of course,
are you sure this is hot?
Of course it is. The weather is hot. But compared with yesterday.
No, you see, yesterday in the morning it was really hot. So when he gave the weather report that it's going to be a little bit cool, you know, the afternoon, evening, I was really calming down, you know, like.
Yeah. And then when it started raining, you were like,
yeah. You know, and in fact, when I got home, because I had to go, I had to cancel some appointments yesterday because I was feeling a bit sickly, so I had to go home immediately, you know, after work. And you know, my family, they were complaining, well, it's so hot. I said, don't worry, calm down, weather report.
That's a good one.
So, and you see, in no time the weather changed, and you know, it started raining. But initially when it started raining, you know, it was still hot. But you know, towards the evening, you know, it wasn't as if cold, but at least that we had a bit of.
Let's just say that we had a bit of rest. Yeah, and we could wear a piece of clothing. You know, it has gotten to the point where you want to walk naked around. You want to walk, walk naked around your house. You just want breeze.
Or you want to be under the shower continuously.
You know, and then you're having a bath. It was supposed to be a quick bath, but you're not living.
You're not living. I know.
And you know, this rain is also ushering in the Harmattan.
We hope so. Right. I think in Abuja,
I
heard something like that.
It's so
right
cold.
Now.
Yeah,
it's so cold.
So we're here in Lagos. We look forward to.
And during the rain, 2 weeks ago in Jos, they were wearing cardigan.
Really?
During the sun. It was sunny.
Yeah,
but it was cold.
Yeah, I think I heard that report also that you know was.
You know,
really
Jos
cold.
is the only place where you
really
still
cold.
Experience the snow. You know. You in Jos of recent. What was the weather like?
Cold.
Where are you
staying back there?
Where are you experiencing? Where are you experiencing?
No, in Jos.
Just in Jos, yes.
Till now.
Yes.
Till now, yes.
And hailstones.
Yes.
The last time I went to Ekiti, loads of hailstones. I practically wanted to stop the vehicle on the way and just catch a few. But you see, the force with which it was raining down, rather than sun, rather than rain, it was block. You know, it was pouring over the car, and then a electricity pole, fell. That was when I knew that you cannot put your hand outside.
Of course.
To catch hailstone.
Of course.
You will catch a wire.
Of course.
Because you really, practically. When I saw that, I and I respected my mother, and my future.
And you'll be thinking of your windscreen likewise.
Windscreen was not my problem. It was leave this place safely. It was a disaster waiting to happen.
But you know, we need to really thank
the
God
stones
for...
stop you from seeing clearly.
Yeah, of course.
It's not like the rain that the wiper would wipe off easily.
Yeah.
With the hailstones, it's much more difficult for the wiper to work.
But you know, Nigeria, we're actually blessed.
Yeah,
when we look at our weather and all of that, we are so blessed in this country. We are so blessed. You know.
And I look at it, you know, as we're talking about this, I look at it, and that's not the fact that we're saying that we are blessed. I was able to see on the pages of social media over the weekend, there's a lady called Adanamba, and she wrote something about Nigeria, and she kept saying that we are so blessed a country, but that everything that people see about our country is either negative or evil or bad, and these are things that we say, you know, about our country, especially on social media.
Yeah.
We're always talking about it. We're always condemning our country. We don't see anything good, regardless of whatever it is that is fine. We just say it is not enough. And I mean, the countries that we call sinner climes also come on the same social media to complain about the things that we say they have. And they say, and they also say, oh, this government can do much better in this area, in this area, in this area. So, yes, they see the blessings that we have, but we see
don't.
the negativity.
And I think we need to start sensitizing the people to wake up in the morning and say, God, thank you for Nigeria. Thank you for the weather we have. When we are complaining about the security,
God bless Nigeria.
You know, God bless Nigeria. Even with the old security issues, when we compare it with what is going on in other countries, we will still realize that.
Just pick the United States.
We still realize
a lot of money,
that.
most powerful economy in the world. Basically, the most powerful across board, economy-wise, health, everything. Country in the world with one of the largest population, you know, when it comes to our own heterogeneous society. But then, the United States of America has the highest rate of crime.
Of course.
And the killings, the daily deaths recorded in the U.S. can never compare. So I love the fact that, remember that alert, that UK alert. The UK-US alert.
Yeah.
About Nigeria, attacking terror alert in Abuja.
Yes.
Terror alert in Abuja. And then after 2 weeks, then the UK now released the terror alert about the US. So I was like, so you people used to see about each other too. It's not just us, really. It's not just us. And we need to tell Nigerians this. Something else I saw on social media. I said I was going to tell you, Kakeni. When people go out of that, you know, we keep saying that the attitude of Nigerians is our biggest problem. So Benga Wemimo, what's his name now? There's something in the middle of that name. Benga Shegun Wemimo, yeah. He's a writer and writes Christian literature. He was on Twitter, and he wrote his experience in Dubai and England, coming back to Nigeria. He said he was in Dubai. When he went to the shops in Dubai, he got to a particular store where he needed to buy extra bags. He bought some things, and he now needed extra bags, you know, to package those things. When he got to the shop where they were selling, there were 2 Nigerians, and they were speaking Yoruba. So he said he pretended as if he didn't understand. He spoke English. He wanted to collect the bags, and then he told him something like, you need to pay tax of maybe about 7,500 dirham or something extra. He said he looked at them and he said to them in Yoruba. He now responded in Yoruba and said, you know, that's my He said they were shocked, like, you know. He said he now told them, he said, the shop where I did most of my shopping, where I needed this carrier bag, they didn't charge me anything. They already told me that when I get to the port or when I get to the airport, I'm going to have to pay something. But you are telling me right now that I'm going to pay you. Bros, nadi also, no vex, nadi also. He bought the bags, paid the right price, and he walked away. He collected the luggage. He said he got to the airport. And when he got to the airport, they still told him the same thing. He said, so these Nigerians were coming, bros, have you done your COVID test? We can do it for you. You don't have to go and do it. We just help you do it. Bring 50 dirham, bring this, bring that. He said, in another man's country, you are cutting corners for other Nigerians. He said, when he told them, he said he just ignored. He said he was on the queue. His luggage was about to go in. He was like, bros, you are wasting your luggage space. You are supposed to have a 225 kg. Your other 23 kg is empty. Doesn't have. So they were like, bros, you can help me carry this. I will pay you. You help me just carry this one. When you just get to Nigeria, somebody will just, all you need to do is just claim it. Somebody will come and clear it when you get to Nigeria. He said they looked at the person. And he said, what is wrong with you people? Said the girl said, bros, now also, you know as it take be now. He said the lady now opened up to him and said, she was a banker in Nigeria. She left Nigeria to go to the UAE to possibly find greener pastures. She said she's working so hard. She's making the much that she could make. She barely sleeps. But that the money is never enough. Even to cater to our basic needs. Where she is, that she can't come back because she had left everything, and she cannot tell her family that she's coming back with nothing. So she's enduring, and she's this side also is what gives us, people who drop luggage and say, help us find somebody to help us take it, And he now said, what if there are drugs in this bag? And then you people will be caught over there, and then you start slamming Abike Dabiri. And you start saying Nigeria should come and save you when you could have lived a straight life in the first place. So, I mean, it's not just about what we say about Nigeria. It's even about the conduct of Nigerians outside the outside the shores of this country. It's so demeaning, it's so disturbing, and it's so degrading. So when you go there and you want to do legit, they look at you with the same...
Yeah, of course.
I mean, the UAE had the audacity to say only Nigerians above the age of 40, like this can come, that they will give visa.
No, I thought they actually nullified it.
They didn't nullify it.
So someone like me can go now.
You can go. That trip we are planning, I cannot follow you.
Are you for real? Because honestly, I thought,
basically people like us probably have to increase our age.
No.
I just need to pad my age. Padding is allowed in age when we need to travel. All right. Your
passport already has.
It isn't allowed, please. That's just a joke.
Your passport already has your date of birth. Don't bother.
Of course. So that's just so impossible.
Honestly, I thought that after that announcement, I thought they actually nullified it, completely. That for some period of time they weren't going to give visas to all Nigerians. But because I knew that there was a time they said, okay, 40 and above, and with a family and all of that. But I thought that
the bottom line is this: you need to be proud of this country. This country is great,
and you need to watch your attitude as well.
I just think we should also try to publicize the positive parts
of our country. And stop pushing that dirty linen.
We cannot have 100%. We cannot have, everybody with good conduct or things like that. But when we have a majority that has positive impact, I think that we will be more accepted. I just think it will be more accepted.
And I think we need to change this orientation about people, always saying the economy is bad, that's why they need to travel and all that. People are still doing legit businesses in Nigeria, building new houses every day, buying new cars every day, doing legit things.
Things.
The economic constraint is there.
Things are generally not easy. Right. I think the problem we have in this part of the world is a disparity between the rich and the poor. There's a great is a wall of difference. I think that's the main problem we have in this part of the world.
And I think people just crave what they do not need.
Because like I've been saying, that this present day inflation is a global thing, but we are so much hit because the value of our naira is a problem, and the gap between the rich and the poor, and governance also, we haven't gotten it right in here. Just like the minister said yesterday, he said we have is it enough food to eat? We have enough food to feed Nigerians. I'm trying to bring out his statement.
I've traveled in recent times.
He said Nigeria has enough food to eat to feed Nigerians, but yes, the cost of living, I can't remember exactly, but what he implied was that yes, we have enough to feed. It could be expensive, yes, it could be expensive, and he's saying that it's better that we have enough. It's expensive
than we don't have
at all.
Some countries are experiencing famine as we speak, and the United Nations had to wade into the Ukraine-UN war, to broker peace so that grains can come out of those countries. There's global food crisis as we speak, and Ukraine, nobody knew that Ukraine was one of the major suppliers of grains across the world until this war escalated this far, and because it kept escalating and kept getting worse.
And to all the beautiful ladies out there thinking of traveling now, when you look at YK, when you look at Tomisin Amin, you should be proud of being a Nigerian. Look at them, successful, beautiful women.
Forever proudly a Nigerian.
You don't get the other side of what you just said. Did you just make us a yardstick? Let's take a look at the stories on the front page of the papers this morning. Cybercrime raised concerns for 30.2 trillion naira monthly e-payments. Nigerians cut losses as fraudsters get sophisticated empty bank accounts. A dearth of IT staff worsen recovery time in banks. NCC issues over 9 security alerts since beginning of 2022. Experts seek review of Cyber Act 2015, Cybercrime Act 2015, kick against plea bargain. We have enough food for Nigerians, Agric Minister boasts. Adeleke suspend OCEC chairman, 6 others dethrone 3 monarchs. Beware of politicians' cravings for power. CJN wants judicial officers. Let me just stop there with the Guardian newspaper this morning. You want to take the Tribune?
Okay, Nigerian Tribune has the lead story talking about the petrol scarcity. Petrol sales as high as 260 naira per litre in many states. Tribune are also saying that Tribune is the best political reporting at the 2020 NMMA Nigeria Media Awards. We talked about that yesterday. And get nominations for editorial writing and 6 others. Federal government issues travel advice to Nigerians in US, Europe, and over increased robbery incidents. And NDIC declares 100% dividend to pay depositors of 20 liquidated bank. Be neutral, professional in your conduct, Yakubu warns Rex and others. ASU students activists protest. Say federal government failed to honor Gbajabiamila MOU. Unilag ASU president joins you. I protest. And appeal court reinstates Adebutu all Ogun PDP candidates. Affirms Machina as APC Yobe North Central senatorial candidate. And above the nameplate, the governor that has been in the news ever since he was sworn in. Osun governor nullifies employment of workers done after July 17. Suspends 3 monarchs appointment. Orders pleased to secure palaces. Suspends OCEC chairman and members. And state of Osun anthem, crest, flag backed by law. Osun Assembly. Fracas as Osun NURTW factions engage in supremacy battle. Police arrest 10 workers. 10. Well,
okay.
And what Adeleke is in for.
We're doing that. Well, that story has details, and let's have our guests talk about it today.
You should just tread softly.
I mean, all of the newspaper today is all about Adeleke,
He doesn't have the house.
And imagine the point
there.
Exactly. He doesn't
have the house. He doesn't have the house. This is Nigeria. They could just say, we've had enough of you. Bang, bang, bang. Please go.
And the truth is, they have it within their powers. That's why there are checks and balances in governance. Let's talk about the Punch.
I'm still having the Punch right here with me. still about Adeleke. APC Assembly tackle Adeleke. I mean, it should be part of the G5, you know, because it's trending so much.
No,
like
the
G5
boycotted the swearing in.
Yes, yes, the deed.
Because the person they are campaigning against is there. Who's there?
Exactly.
Adeleke is on the other side. It's not for the G5.
It's not for the G5.
All right, APC films.
Hold on.
Okay.
And you see that also points at a lot of issues that will happen. Oyo and Osho have been in tandem, you know. They've been like two sisters, twin sisters, that even though they are not they're fraternal twins, they've been yin yang.
Yes.
PDP versus APC governor, back to back, I mean, like side by side, in a close relationship, like Oyetola and Makinde has never existed in Nigerian politics.
Honestly, I gave it to both.
Lautech,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Lautech issue was resolved with the two of them in office.
Yes.
The expressway from Lagos, from Ibadan rather, to Osun is being constructed, co-constructed.
Collaboration.
The synergy was so strong.
I'm telling you, there are fraternal twins because they're not alike, because they're from different political parties, but when it comes to their joint development, they come together and they've been doing a lot of stuff together.
And that's what we're...
But I see what's happening.
And that's what we've been saying.
I hope it's not going to begin to revoke contract.
That's what we've been saying, that once we finish, we talked about it yesterday. Once we finish with elections and all of that, we should put aside political interest
and begin to talk about the people.
Yes, and begin to govern.
Continuity.
Govern, you know.
And that's why they say governance is now. Or sure, people will know governance is not a continuum. Buhari proved to us that governance is a continuum. No. They already know. 12,000 workers were just sacked.
No, but you know, the 12,000 workers, they are still in question. You know, there are a lot of back and forth. A lot of people are saying they are not up to 12,000. A lot of people are saying
so they were workers that were sacked.
A lot of back and forth about that.
The figure is the problem. People were sacked, right?
Definitely, people were sacked.
Oh, okay.
The people were saying that those are employments maybe made after
the elections.
So
basically, are we saying that governance was meant to end immediately that election result came out?
Well, let's being the devil's advocate now. People are saying, why did his predecessor have to wait till after elections to do all of that? And even for the permanent secretaries, I think that was done, I think 3 days before.
That one I
but then I would have said that for the new governor, this is not starting on a good note, because
it's not.
Nigerians, no matter what, they don't even want to know, even if you sacked one person, And I saw a tweet yesterday that someone said, I wanted to send it to you. I don't know. I just got I got mixed up with other things and actually forgot. And she said that our sister that has been boasting and telling her that before the elections and everything, that once Adeleke comes in, she will come to prove to her what governance is, what real governance is. Just called her yesterday to say her husband was sacked. And she said to her, that is governance.
We must leave sentiment aside. Now, the reason why Lagos State is the way it is right now is because of the continuity. From Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Fashola, the continuity as
see, we cannot even use Lagos State as a yardstick in the sense that it's been same party. But let's go to Oyo State. Since Makinde got there, I don't think he had done all these.
But with same party.
It's with same party. You should. If they do that, shame on that.
Say, for example, Ogun State is a perfect example of same party, from Amosun to Dapo Abiodun, and the continuity, I must tell you, is on the negative, because the people were abandoned during Amoso's time are still abandoned in terms of governance. That Babiabu too, just about finishing his first term in office, remembered Akute people and said he wants to finish the bridge. That bridge started in the days of Amoso.
For me,
Amoso was there for 8 years.
I would even say that if it's still the same party and they cannot continue whatever their predecessors continue, then it's a slap on them.
Slap on the
so using the same party,
You know,
for me,
that's what I'm saying. That it's not even automatic that it's the same party. There must be continuity.
Exactly.
Or your state.
That's why we can use
party.
That's why we can use
and it's been consistent.
Yes.
Oyetola was the same party. It continued, improved upon, completed projects, paid over 90 billion naira in debt. And that's a possible.
But even if we're saying APC, Lagos State is because of same party, I think this is still something we should still take to other states, regardless, same party,
that's why I
same
say
party.
President Muhammadu Buhari is the
It should be continuity.
Here, President Muhammadu Buhari is the yardstick. Abandoned projects completed, awarded contracts, awarded and properly funded and completed.
Yes.
Give that to everybody. Can say whatever about Buhari, but Buhari did not start new projects until old projects were completed and finished.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
Continuity.
You just don't come in to say, fine, if for crying out loud,
you don't have to like me, but the office is the office. The governor's office is the governor's office.
And the people are the concern. The people are the concern.
In fact, the people are still the people. It's just the leader that changed. The people are still the people. So whatever you're doing to the people, you should know whether negative or positive, the people are still the people.
I mean, 12,000 workers being sacked as two people who probably voted for PDP.
Don't worry, you got Kelly's friends contact is one of he's a supporter, right? He was a supporter.
I didn't know.
You got Kenny, you just said it now. She said there will be governance, and now she's reaping governance. It's governance.
And on behalf of all the people being sacked, please, shouldn't still be so aggrieved with this. Let's hope the governor is probably preparing something better.
Well, maybe he wants to re-employ
something better, or re-employ them.
He's going to re-employ them by himself.
So let's have that hope.
Amoso did the same thing when he was his time in Ogun State.
Thank you for giving the people hope. All right, let me go ahead with the Punch newspaper this morning.
Similar. I think I remember something like that.
APC Films says governor cutting endless litigation, agitations, distractions. State of Osun backed by law, governor's action illegal, says Assembly. Sacked LG chairman heir to court. PDP backs Adeleke's action, eats APC. Foreign NGOs, fintech firms linked to terrorism financing. This coming from Malami. No candidate for national award, nominees fail exam. 10,000 resident doctors remaining in Nigeria. This coming from the National Association of Resident Doctors. I mean, this is serious. We're having just 10,000 resident doctors left in Nigeria. This is really serious.
We'll show that tweet so people do not see Yinka Kenny is telling the story. But go ahead.
Contractor suspends Lagos-Ibadan road construction, resumes January. In Kano, APC chair caught with 367 PVCs jailed. I think that's all about the Punch. Kano APC chair caught with 367 PVCs jailed. I mean, this is just about the season where we see a lot of this happening.
I can see right there. Right, the Nation newspaper this morning, Supreme Court overwhelmed by 884 cases. CJN Ariwola laments beware of money passport theft. In the US, UK, government wants Nigerians. Ghana, Morocco likely to carry Africa's flag to round 16. Lagos, selects 3 bidders for $2.5 billion fourth mainland bridge. I can't wait for that bridge to build. Adeleke hits Osun State with gale of sack reversals. Workers 3 man associate chair, others fire 30. Permanent executives demoted. Lawmakers draw a line, battle line with governors over state name, anthem, logo, and others. You have The Nation newspaper wins 15 honors to remain best at 30th NMMA. Right, I want to begin there. Oh, I love this one. Police arrest 30 rail vendors. Oh, that's fantastic. We spent loads of money, your money, my money, to construct standard gauge rail, which cost us a arm and a leg. And then some unscrupulous individuals, like they will call them in security, they say unknown gunmen, some known vandals, because now they've been arrested. Some known vandals have done us, proud by handing themselves over to the police, so that we know who has been doing us.
Very important.
All right, so let's take a look at our news recap for this morning after this quick commercial break. We'll be back.